This is a video on price spikes and how you can gather some additional information when you look at a price spike. On this video right here, or on the chart right here, I have a white line and a green line. I'm going to start with the white line and look at the spike itself. In this particular case, on the white line, we have a price blue at 12, red is 18, and price green is 43. My goal is to just share with you a quick one-day ability to grab a price up movement. The formula that I use is that you need to have this order: green's on top, red's in the middle, and blue is at the bottom. But we're in a decent spike down. You take the red, in this case here, if you look over at on the data window, you will see the blue 12, red 18, and green 43. Take the red and multiply it by 2, which is 36. 18 times 2 is 36, and that number should be less than the price green number. If in fact that is true, you generally get a nice green candle the next day. Let's follow that formula through here. Right here we have price blue at 9, red's at 11, and green is at 21. 11 times 2 is 22. We're only 1 point away from there. There's a good chance that that would be a green candle next day. Obviously, we're not dealing with gaps, so we wait for the open and we watch the candle. Typically, again, under red candle theory or green candle theory, when a green candle opens up, it opens no matter if it's gap up, gap down, or identical to the previous close. It opens, goes down, and then runs up all day, and then at some point reaches a high, comes down for a little upper tail. So it has a lower tail and an upper tail, like, a high percentage of the candles do. Now, that red times 2 formula works again. If we look over here, we have blue at 7, we have red at 7, we have green at 13. 7 times 2 is 14, so we're a little bit over the formula, which is close enough to work. The one thing that I did just notice right here is that red actually went under blue. It's at 7.8 and price blue is at 7.9. So when that happens, you don't necessarily know that it's going to happen or going to go up. And by that I mean, if you look over here, you have a red that has been under the blue for, in this case, a couple of days. So just being under red is not a signal that it's going to go up, but it does tell you that it will go up at some point. Now, that being said, we also have the 3 price lines in a TOC lower pattern at the bottom of the cycle. So that's a divergent condition that tells us it's going to go up the next day. So, and then we read a number of other things. We can look down here in the zip chart on this white line and see that the green is at 0 and that pink has poked its nose out and it's now lowest next to green, which is a signal in a pink-green bottom pattern that next day it's going to go up. So without even looking at the other charts, I can tell you that it's going to go up. Now, there's another one over here, right on this side of the green line, and that has blue at 10, red at 14, and green at 34. 14 times 2 is 28, so we're definitely under, so it's going to be a green candle next day. And then I'll point out one other one right here, and that is blue 15, red 26, and green 49. Red is at 26, which makes it 52. It's again, it's gone over a little bit, but it's not anything. It's close enough so that it should work. So what do? I verify. What's my verification? Right down here in the zip chart, I can see that I have a red spike. That's zip red going spiking down underneath 0, and zip yellow spiking down above under 50 on the red and above 50 on the yellow. So that's what qualifies. Both of them are down. Yellow's above 50, red is under 50. That's the definition of a red spike. So now I've got a red spike on this day. My spikes in the price chart are it's the formula almost works. Okay, now here's one here that does not work, and this is the last one I'm going to show you. It's price 29, price blue 29, red 65, and price green 91. So obviously 65 times 2 is 130, so we're a long ways off. We did get a small green candle, and by that I mean we had a spinning top, as you can see. We also had a red spike on this white vertical line day, and that red spike is indicative, obviously, of a green candle the next day. And we could have bought it as such and traded it and got out at the top and bought at the bottom, etc. But this one, the price green, or the three price lines did not qualify in my red times 2 is less than green formula. So it's a piece of supporting evidence when you're looking at things and you're trying to figure out what's happening inside of these movements. The price chart is an excellent chart to look at.